My name is Jordan Leroy Hansen, also known as LedDev, and I decided to bring a fun deck for the Singleton event this weekend for Magic the Gathering Arena, and I decided to do a deck that some might find a little split on, which is the red-blue split with artifact synergies and spell synergies. Now I'm going to go from the top end to the bottom end. The Immortal Sun's in here just as a good card draw engine and gives our tokens a buff. 1,000-Year-Old Storm, the Storm with our spells. Niv Mizzet as a good top end. Gilded Lotus as a mana rock. Tezzeret, so you're now starting to see we're going into an artifact synergy, if the whole deck didn't show that. We put Fran Temporal Gateway to put our legendaries on for cheap. Helm of the Host to help copy our creatures. Conqueror's Galleon, because it's just a really good... Once you flip it, it's just a really, really good land. Storm the Vault, which we have a lot of artifacts in our deck, so it ramps up pretty good. One with the Machine. As said before, we have a lot of high-cost artifacts, so we can actually get a lot of card draw out of that. Chemist's Insight as another card draw engine. Psy, because helps us generate tokens. Sky Scanner, which is just a decent common to help pretty much fill up the deck. Cancelled for control. Quads Duplicate to copy some really good creatures that we have. Sinister Sabotage is another control spell. Arcane Encyclopedia to draw cards. Chaos Wand in a Singleton format is hilarious since you can take spells from the opponents. Transmogrifying Wand to help destroy some creatures we couldn't able to answer that might be very problematic. Diamond Mare is kind of this highlight of this deck because since we have a lot of blue spells, it helps us gain life pretty quick. Anticipate to help dig into our deck. Bleak Venom Eye, as well as Disperse to help bounce really annoying stuff that we can't deal with. Charter Course as an early game draw engine. We also put in Drowned Secrets as a way to mill the opponent. Essence Scatter to help control early game. Negate. Search for Azcanta to help dig into our deck. Mission Briefing to dig into our graveyard. Amulet of Safekeeping, which is a card I'm starting to like a lot more, especially in this meta where there's a lot of stuff that people target you with. It's actually pretty good, especially how some people try to do like turn 2 Viashino Pyromancer. This totally negates the burn aspect of it, which is actually pretty cool. Dowsing Dagger as a way to equip it to our creature and make a really good land. Thematic Compass, because it's a good land that it flips to and helps us get land. Treasure Map, same thing, gets us a good land. Then some of the early 1-drops is Artificial Assistant, help us scry when we cast an artifact spell. Opt, which is a good draw card. And Fountain of Renewal, which, honestly, I'm kind of tempted to make a deck revolving around this, Storm the Vault, and 1,000-Year-Old Storm as a standard deck. I think I might brew that for this week's build around a card. But for now, I'm going to show off this Singleton build and play it in the Singleton format, as you can see here. So, let's give it a shot. Let us play some red-blue artifact shenanigans. Now, one card I could have put in the deck, and I wish I kind of did before I submitted the deck, is I could have put in Joyra, which is the red-blue legendary from Dominaria, which draws you a card for each legendary creature you cast. That's probably something I should have put in last minute, but I kind of forgot, so... hey, you live, you learn. Okay, let's see what people are playing in this format. Okay, we got a Guildgate, we got a Detection Tower. We got at least a turn 2 artifact. It's a decent hand. It's not great, it's not like the most amazing hand in the world, but it's decent. Okay, we're gonna play our Guildgate tapped, and we'll pass the turn. So, black-green shenanigans, it seems to be the case. Well, we're gonna play out a Compass. Because if we don't draw an island, I do kind of want to search for an island. Presuming he doesn't present a significant enough threat that we might do that. There's also a significant argument to hold up this negate if he plays, like, Vraska. There is an argument for that. I think that threat enough is significant for me. Besides, we can activate this at the end of his turn, so I'm going to see if he tries to play a Vraska. He's going to attack. I'm going to take the ouchies. Ouchies. Okay, so nothing we can't answer to, so we're just going to search for an island. Okay. So, got choices here. I think I'm going to play Diamond Mare. I'm going to choose blue as my color. Then I'm going to draw. With Chart of Course. Oh. I always do that on accident. I forget to tap for the blue mana. There we go. Which gains me a life. And... I'm gonna keep Conqueror's Galleon, because if we do need the Arcane Encyclopedia later, we can just use Conqueror's Galleon to get it back. We're not blocking, because we're going to be dealt a lot of damage if we tried that. Oh boy, we need to draw into like a Disperse or something. Okay. Going to hold up the negate in the turn. We can at least block... we're not going to block the Honor because he gets buffed by sacrificing something. Now, chances are he's going to try to do a... Okay. I think I am going to do a mission briefing. Just so that we can just scry our deck and gain a life. Okay, Transmog Find One. That is perfect. I think we keep that. We will say Chart of Course, even though we're not going to play Chart of Course. So, what we do is we play this. We cast an artifact spell, which we're going to use as a chump blocker. And then now, Transmogrified Wand to say bye-bye to Mr. Dragon. Okay, so he has a lot of saplings. He does get an Ox, but I prefer the Ox, prefer dealing with an Ox than other things. So we'll probably use the Thopter to block the Omnivore. Right. Price of Fame. Good card. Well, we gotta block this. And... Unfortunately, we have to block that, because then we just will survive by 1 point of damage. Yeah, I think that's... Well, hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Well, we could do this, which then does this, which... And that's game. I probably should have put a River's Rebuke in here or something like that. Or like a mass board wipe. Something you live, something you learn. Okay, so... that first one was not the funnest in the world, but maybe second time is worth a shot. Let's see who's behind me. Hey, Cash. Sorry for that. That would be my little Labrador puppy. Well, not little. He's actually pretty big. There we go. Okay. Got a Sky Scanner, Gilded Lotus. I think that's a keep. Are we playing against the same type of deck again? Or just mono black? Black green again, eh? I'm going to guess that's the deck of the week, as they say. Okie dokie, here we go. We're gonna draw a card. Perfect, it's a treasure map, which is not bad. We'll take the 1 point of damage. I am curious to see if he's scared enough to want to remove it. I don't think he wants to, but... Okay, so we'll play that. We'll play Treasure Map. We're gonna scry. Interesting. I'm gonna do this just in case if he has Hand Hate in his hand, because that's a possibility. He is playing black, which does have Hand Hate cards, so it's a possibility. Okay, so he plays Ravenous Chupacabra, makes sense. So, what we're going to do is pretty much simple. We're going to play this. We're just going to get blue mana. One of the mana is going to be used to scry. We'll keep the negate on top, just in case if he has any problematic planeswalker. And then we're going to play the Amulet of Safekeeping. And now, honestly, it's probably would be more logical to play Niv Mizzet. Because then he has to be very careful of spells he casts, because that could peen stuff, and allows us to draw cards. Though there is an argument for also playing the Immortal Sun. Okay, so he's going to hate out, which makes sense. Makes sense in his deck. And we're going to hold up negate mana. There we go. Yeah? Oh, sorry about that. Cash opened the door, so... it's alright. Little public interference there. Okay, now is a little bit family moment there. Okay. Yes. I think we're good. Because that's the only Price of Fame he has in his deck, so he has to use a Murder or a Cast Down. Well, he can't even use a Cast Down. Okay, I am legitimately confused by that play, but why did you do that? Okay. So, now that we know he doesn't have anything else, and we just have enough land to transform this, so we're gonna attack. So, even if he has a haste creature, we can actually do this, which is perfect. Boy. Well, we can't answer that. Ah, poopies. Still, on the bright side, we're at a major advantage compared to the opponent, especially with card advantage and such. Because all we have to do is then now play 1,000-Year-Old Storm. Play Search for Escanta. We're gonna get some blue mana to play Transmogrifying Wand. We're just going to sack a treasure since we don't need anything. And we'll just bounce that to his hand. And since we can activate this 2 times now, thanks to Song of Storms, which means we will draw up to 12 cards. And then we'll play a Fountain of Renewal. And we'll discard 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's safe to say we got this game. And the best part is, we actually activate our Search for Escanta. Okay, this deck is awesome. This deck is... Okay, so we'll keep that in the library. We will transform Search for Escanta. We will draw an extra card. We'll play a Sulphur Falls. We are definitely going to play a Chaos Wand because it's silly. We're going to do the silly shenanigans. Blue. We're going to murder that. And then I think I'm going to do this twice. Because it allows us to look for our deck. We'll do it like that. We'll put one with Machine. We'll keep it like that. We'll say Disperse. Actually, let's be careful of that, because we have about 26 cards. That's going to repeat 3 times, which means we draw up to 18 cards. Do we want to do that? Is the question of the day. Well, if we do that, that's free. That leaves us about... Nah, we don't really have an incentive to do that. But we do have an incentive to desert 3 times. There we go. And honestly, I'm just going to do the search for Ascanthus trigger. Just get our Tezzeret boy. I think it's officially safe to say this deck is really silly. So he returns up to his Chupacabra and his Playcrafter, which makes sense. So we gotta keep that in mind. Oh my. Well, time to show you why we made the deck in the first place. Storm the Vault.
Look at all this. Perfection is attainable.
Interesting. You can't... Oh! Yeah. Brain fart. You can't activate abilities of Planeswalkers because of Immortal Sun. But on the other side of the coin, I guess you can make the argument that we saved that just in case if he was going to do shenanigans. Anyway, I'm just going to do bouncing of that. Because what I think will be a lot more fun is if we copy his spell that he's going to cast. So we get blue mana, and just that mana to activate Chaos Wand. To see what he's got. Sure, we'll do Ritual Suit twice. And then we will pass the turn. Which then... Now we will get up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue mana. We'll just say no to that. Because the Servier trigger. We'll keep that on top, since that is part of our deck strategy as well. And then the best part is we can use Vault of Catacomb to get 7 blue mana, which then we can activate the searches for Ascanthus ability without using any of our own mana. We'll do a free Chemist's Insight, sure, why not? Then we'll nil all opponent. We'll use the last free blue mana to opt. Nil our opponent. We'll keep that on top, draw it. We don't need it. Then we will do that. Dirt our opponent. I do like Helm of the Host. I do like Quaz Duplicate. I like Psy a lot, actually, in this circumstances. Because then we get free blue. We'll play that. We will pay for the mana. We will get the Thopter. This deck is silly. We'll use this mana to attempt to attach Psy-Fop Master to that. We'll try to attack with the Psy token. And we'll try to remember now to attach this to the Psy token so that we have more mana. And that should be good. Like, now, there is a potential we might actually narrow ourselves out, so we gotta be very cautious about that. We gotta... Oh boy, I am now starting to wish I put Psychic Corrosion in this Singleton deck. Okay, so he's going to destroy the... He doesn't want any part of the Helm with the Host shenanigans. Makes sense. Okay, so... We're going to add... First, do we want to add any artifacts? Is actually the value question of the day here. I think I'm going to add first that, because that way we don't have any more artifacts at the moment. So when we Vault of Catacon, we'll add about as much blue mana as we can, which is 11. So then we're going to Quaz Duplicate the token, milling the opponent. We're going to Quaz Duplicate again the token, discarding an island, target the player. Then we're going to cast this. We're going to choose blue for obvious reasons. Then we're going to see if the opponent has a spell we want to cast for a lot of mana. Vraska's Contempt. Sure, we can do that to a couple of our tokens. Well, we can actually do it to this, since it doesn't make sense. We will transform that. And Okay, we will do that with the Lost Veil. Discarding this. Targeting the player. Oh, crap. I forgot about that. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my gosh, we could have nailed ourselves out. That could have been a potentially misplay to a significant proportion. But I think we got this game, unless he has like a big board wipe, which I took out his main one. Good game. I forgot about the 1,000-year-old storm stat. Oh, we will cancel that. Okay, so we draw the additional card, and now we should just end this game because if we try to draw any more, we will die. Well, I think that's going to be probably the best game I have with this deck, so I'll end the video here. I hope you all have a lovely day. Sorry for the few interruptions there with family and such, and vacuum cleaners and such. This is LevDev, signing out.